So Graham is well known for creating tasty bakes with conventional and some very unusual flavour combinations, while using traditional Irish recipes as inspiration. Having learned to bake with his granny, I love that, at a very young age, he went on to become a classically trained chef who re-established his passion for baking as his career progressed, which ultimately led him to the Cupcake Bloke.
Set up the Cupcake Bloke,
2012. So we're what? That's 11 years.
Yeah, 11 years in December, yeah.
You opened your first retail store called the Bakery in Rialto in 2018. Congratulations on that too. The winner of several Blossom Heron Awards, Chef Ireland Awards. You're passionate about flavour, you're passionate about quality, and bring an element of fun to your bakes.
Try to anyway.
Yeah, well it makes sense that you're on a second print. People are obviously loving this brand. Your first book, and you've just revealed, second one out in September.
12 months, September 12 months, yeah.
We'll wait, you're worth it. And this book focuses on traditional Irish recipes and bakes, with each traditional recipe getting a modern twist.
Yeah. So, this is the book. So for example, what we're going to do here now is our traditional Irish tea brack, and the recipe is in the book, but the following page then, you get a modern version of the same recipe. So the whole, well I'll start with the middle chapter of the book is all dedicated to, it is brack and butter. So everything in the middle chapter of the book is all about brack and butter. So a little story about my granny and her teaching me to bake, and this is what she taught me to bake, and it is the same recipe that my granny taught me. So yeah, you have your traditional Irish tea brack, and then on the next page, it's a modern version. It's a coffee, pecan, and date brack.
Oh,
and the whole
great
book,
combo.
The whole book works like that, from the beginning of the book to the end. So let's say we have
really respectful of tradition.
Yeah, so rhubarb crumble. Like, I'm really passionate about not losing what we grew up with. Like there's recipes for semolina and tapioca and what's the other one? Rice pudding. Rice pudding. Like they're in the book, and I actually call it semolina, tapioca, and frog spawn, because that's what we called it growing up. So the rhubarb crumble is there, and the recipe is there. But then on the next page, you have a variations page of different crumbles, and then the modern version of it is a chocolate, banana, and coconut crumble, with like banana ice cream that you make. The easiest banana ice cream in the world, where you just freeze bananas and blitz them, a little bit of honey, and that's your ice cream straight away. It's so handy. So that's how the whole book works. It's just traditional recipes and then modern twists.
Marrying the old with the new.
Old with the new, but again, I always say this, my interpretation of what modern is, because like I have jambon recipes in there, and I classify a jambon as a traditional Irish bake, and then the modern version is making jambons with black and white pudding. Two different flavours, like one, the black pudding with pear and blue cheese, and the white pudding has brie and, I can't even remember, something else in it. But yeah, so like the whole taking what I believe to be traditional Irish recipes, twisting them around and doing them
having
a different way.
A whole lot of fun. So there's the mother recipes, daughter recipes, which I love. So you've got that one recipe, and from underneath that umbrella, anything can happen.
Exactly, and then in some places it's just the concept. So say like a chocolate or a coffee and walnut cake, which again is, in my opinion, is traditional. The modern version of that is a coffee and walnut pavlova with coffee poached pears. Coffee poached pears, and pears have been poached in coffee and star anise.
Great.
So it's just taking the concepts and the ideas of some of them and just totally twisting them around and bringing them up to date.
Yeah, and making sure they're absolutely delicious.
And also easy. That's one thing I wanted to do.
Accessible.
The book has some really, like most of the cake recipes are all in one. So flour, egg, sugar, butter into a bowl, mix it, and you're good to go. Yeah. But then the idea of the book was, for those that are a bit more adventurous and into, you look at different flavour combinations. I know you were talking a lot about Ethiopia there in the last demo. My passion is North African, Middle Easterns. Done a lot of travelling around there. Lived in Morocco as a goat herd at one stage in my life for a couple of months. So I've had this really weird journey, but like I'm obsessed with like North African, Middle Eastern spices.
You can't just land that there. Can we just go back to that just for a minute?
I went to, so it was a part of my life where, it's all in the book, I was training to be a priest. Yeah. And it wasn't, I hadn't decided it wasn't for me. I needed some time away. Went to Morocco on a 1 week holiday and ended up staying for 2 months. And during that time, I ended up working as a goat herd up in the Atlas Mountains.
Fabulous.
As you do.
And here you are now.
As you do.
Second book on the way.
Second book on the way. As I said, the middle chapter, all about brack and butter, my favourite thing in the world. I'm going to show you the traditional Irish brack now. But
Your
inside
granny's recipe.
my granny's recipes, literally we are in the big shed next door, right inside the door, and we have 6 different types of brack. So I have my traditional one.
Yeah.
I have the modern version from the book, which is a coffee pecan and date.
Lovely,
We also
lovely.
have a lemon ginger pistachio. We have a fig and walnut, which is actually designed to have with cheese.
Oh, nice.
So I've reduced the sugar in it a little bit, but ideal with some like blue cheese, a drizzle of honey, some extra figs. Actually, one of my favourite things in the book is what I call dressed bracks, where you literally get a slice.
I
So
love
you get a slice of brack and top it with all these little elements, and you make up your own versions of it. And this is actually the one here that I designed for a cheese and wine festival in Dublin a couple of years ago, and I designed the cheese or the fig and walnut brack for that festival.
Yeah.
And then we have our brack club. So I set up a subscription service about 5 months ago now, where people can join this club. You get a surprise brack sent out to you every month, and you don't know what you're actually going to get. It is a complete and utter surprise.
That's where you have a whole lot of fun.
And that's where I get to try all these mad ideas that I've had over the years. So this month's one, we actually have it available, even it's an exclusive for here because it's normally subscription only, but it's a pear, chocolate and almond brack.
Oh, come on.
Tea has been
That's
soaked.
not fair.
Tea has been soaked, and that's what you're actually going to get the samples of. That's what you're going to pass them around.
Yoo-hoo.
So there's a pear, chocolate,
Do
almond.
they deserve samples? It's a bit early for that to have worked first.
Go on, they can
Anything for a
try.
check.
Something to go with the coffee. Caroline needs something to go with the coffee. So there is almonds, and of course you have to have butter on your brack.
100%.
100% butter on the brack, and there needs to be enough butter that you can leave teeth marks. That's in my opinion.
Great description.
So
bring us through your recipe here, Graham.
this is going to be, so the hard work is all done for this brack. I soaked my fruit in last night in 300 grams of sultanas,
Yeah.
75 grams of mixed peel, and then I don't bother taking out a measuring jug for measuring out 300 mils of tea. Just measure in 300 grams. If you have your scales there,
That comes with time,
yeah.
doesn't it?
But it's one of these things, if you have your scales there, why take out a measuring jug and
you
dirty
do
that?
the grams
So
straight in.
measure
100%.
you measure your tea in grams, and I mentioned that in the book. Like,
Yeah.
why
It's a great technique.
dirty another thing when you have a scales
Things,
there? Yeah.
things.
They're-
Yeah.
Give or
Terrific.
take, I think it's about 0.7 of a mil in the difference
Yeah.
technically.
Yeah.
So so I soaked my fruit last night, and then into this I'm going to add a little bit of lemon zest.
Using the microplane, which I love.
Yeah.
I never apply too much pressure because you don't want to go
No,
deep
actually,
into that pit.
if you're using microplanes for the first time, I suggest going that way
Yeah.
because then you're taking off less.
Yes. And you're not
Um,
repeating.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of used to it. So I would zest about half a lemon in there.
Lovely.
This is my own, I actually might pass this around so people can have a little smell of it and stuff.
Yeah.
This is my own sweet spice blend. Sorry, 1 second guys. So in the book I talk about making my own mixed spice. It is a blend of 11 different spices, loads of fennel, caraway, cumin in there, ginger, cinnamon, nutmeg, all the usual bits. But I love,
Can I?
yeah, it's slightly sweeter
Oh, yeah.
than
That's
your regular
gorgeous.
mixed spice. So we might just pass that
So
around to people. to smell.
that's an elevation piece straight away for anyone at home.
Yeah,
Isn't it, to
so,
incorporate
but
that.
it's just, again, as I said, and I use so much mixed spice in the book, I kind of really encourage people. Now,
Yeah.
again, I have it on sale next door in small little jars, pre-done. You don't need to make it yourself. But it is nice just to have a decent mixed spice that you can
Yeah.
do different
Fresh.
things with. Yeah,
Fresh as well, so there's more flavour in fresh.
exactly. So that is gone in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to add in a little bit of vanilla bean paste. Vanilla bean paste, I don't know if most people would be used to like a liquid vanilla.
Yeah.
Vanilla essence or extract. Ideally go for extract, don't use essence.
Yes.
But this is just, you'll see it when it calls out here, it's a very thick paste with loads of beans in it. It is expensive, but
Yeah.
if you can afford it, it is a
Gorgeous.
stunning
It
product.
is organic, love it.
Absolutely stunning product. So I'm going in with a little bit of vanilla in there. Again, when my granny showed me how to make this, she used to have a bottle with vanilla beans in it, and she used to make her own vanilla extract with vodka.
Yeah,
So just vodka and vanilla beans in a big bottle, and she used to keep on topping it up.
incredible.
Yeah,
The
unbelievable.
way it's supposed to be, isn't it? Yeah, beautiful.
So that's what I have in there. I am now adding in 1 egg.
is that egg, you've beaten that in advance?
Just beating it a little bit in advance.
Yeah.
That is going in there as well, and I'm also
So
adding
that
in,
it mixes in easier, Graham,
yeah,
is it?
and it's again medium. I'm passionate about eggs and size of eggs. Ideally go for medium. All the recipes in the book use a medium egg as opposed to large eggs. Ideally, if you're buying eggs, buy eggs that are actually free from size, which are coming a lot more popular now, where your eggs are just like, there's just random sized eggs in a carton, and it's
Yeah.
so much better for the animal welfare and all that, so
Yeah.
that is important. So egg gone in. And then we're going in with our self-raising flour. So, measurements. 300 tea, 300 sultana, 75 grams of mixed pea. 1 egg, half a lemon, teaspoon of vanilla, teaspoon of mixed spice, 125 grams of sugar, 225 grams of self-raising
Oh,
flour.
But it's in the book.
It's in the book.
Did you just get the book and bring it home?
I make, do you know how it's easy for me to remember? I make
How?
these in batches of 10.
Yeah.
So every single brack that we've made next door today, they're all only made in batches of 10, hand mixed in small batches. I'm a firm believer in it.
That way it's not sitting around, it's that
Yeah.
speed as well, which traps the freshness, isn't it?
So, if it is a little bit too dry, just add in, which this one is a tiny bit, of clean water here, just a tiny dash of water, just to loosen it ever so slightly. Or, actually what would be lovely there, a little dash of whiskey,
Oh,
would
go
just
on.
really add to it.
So simple, isn't it? And this is a great keeper cake, isn't it, Graham?
This is actually better after a couple of days.
Yeah.
If you have the patience, wrap it up and
If you
leave
can-
it.
If you can wait.
If you can, yeah, and leave it for a couple of days. Ideally about 3 or 4 days to mature, and it works out so much better. And that's it. So your hard work is actually the day before, when
Yeah.
you're weighing out your fruit and soaking it and prepping it up the day before. Thank you very much.
Beautiful. Thanks, Graham.
And that is simply it. It goes into the oven for about 60 to 65 minutes at 180 degrees.
Oh, I trust an oven in the shed.
Yeah. I would reckon about 55 minutes, 160 in that one. And it's as simple as that. But it's just, I use the best ingredients I can in it, shower with loads of, making a brack is not something that, oh, do you know what I'd love for tea tonight or after tea tonight is a bit of brack. You can do that with a brownie or a chocolate cake, something like that. But a brack, you have to want to make it and enjoy making it, and you're making it to enjoy tomorrow. It's not.
It's a celebration piece, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's so
There's-
simple.
yeah.
It's so simple, and it is just. And I hope it comes across. I am just so passionate about traditional Irish bakes and just the yumminess, and we kind of have a bit of a fear of what we believe to be traditional Irish, and kind of we need to run to the more modern and the what's new and all this. But we have some amazing dishes and recipes in this country, like soda bread, even itself. Like that picture on the front of the book is actually my version. It's the modern version of an Irish soda bread, flavoured with punch purin and served with a keema curry. And it's a nod to Sunil from Pickle Restaurant with his goat and curry.
Love him, yeah.
And so you eat this soda bread with curry, and it's just
Great marriage.
But it is, and it's just like, why are we running away from all these amazing things that we have and
Well,
traditions
it's a
that we
reminder.
have?
We need people like you. You're here to remind us.
That we have some amazing
And they're so delicious.
But and again, there's 2 essays in the beginning of the book. One by Dee Laffin, who has written about where all of our modern influences are coming from now. Like, there's so much immigration into this country, which is amazing. And with that, they are bringing flavours, spices. Like, again, Ethiopia here a few minutes ago. There's an Ethiopian restaurant in Dublin now.
Yeah.
Like, the world is our oyster, quite literally. It's just there for us. But we can keep our traditions
Alive and well.
and adapt and soak up all these new flavours that are
Bring them
coming.
with
And that's
us.
what I love. I
Yeah.
love doing that. Yeah.
I think it's obvious.
Yeah.
How was your brack? Out of 10, it was a...
11.
And did you convert? Are you converted? She's converted. Yes. So we might even treat you, the new conversion, to a little gift of a brack.
Yeah.
So all of these different flavours. Are people coming back with feedback saying there's a particular one? Are they going back to that traditional one? How is that going?
A lot of people will go and start with traditional and then go to the more modern flavours. Or they, like again, a lot of people I find will go straight to lemon and ginger.
Yeah.
Because they just love that combination of lemon and ginger
They
together.
can taste it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You can kind of imagine what it's going to be like in your head.
Yeah.
So it's it's fun. I totally enjoy the whole experimenting and how far I can push the flavors of a brack.
Yes.
Like our very first brack club this year, the flavor was the fruit was soaked in prosecco.
Oh, go on.
And it
Lovely
was
bit
with
of luxury there.
strawberry, white chocolate, pink peppercorns, and rose. It went out for Valentine's Day.
Oh, how nice.
So that was the flavours that went into the very first one.
Yeah.
The next one was for Paddy's Day, and we did it with oats, whiskey, apple. And then we did a simnel one for Easter, which was, so a simnel cake is a traditional Easter cake, has a layer of marzipan in the middle of it. And I did a brack version of that.
Did you put marzipan in the middle?
With a layer of marzipan in the middle of the
heaven.
brack, with loads, we used blood orange and advi spice and loads of again, Persian influences in that brack.
Yeah.
And then this is the most recent one. This is the pear, chocolate and almond brack. Yeah.
God, how to modernise something so traditional and fabulous.
But it's
such a fun way.
It's a fun way.
Yeah.
And it's just, I think it comes off of, it's just totally what I vibe off. Just getting these bracks and twisting them around and making them something different.
Turning them on their heads.
Turning them on their heads.
Like
exactly,
your customers,
yeah.
turn them on their heads.
Yeah.
And tell me, to sign up for your subscription.
Just follow me on social media, either the Cupcake Bloke or me, Graham Herterich. It is closed at the moment.
For God's sake.
Because I'm taking August off, because I am writing book number 2. I'm taking a lot of August off to write. So we're coming back with a new season of Brack Club in September.
Okay, fantastic.
And it'll be open for a 3-month and a 6-month subscription from September.
Well, now we know where to find you, and we're going to be watching you vigilantly on your social media, because you have fabulous social media. But you also have a premises.
So I have a shop. I'm based in Dublin. I have a shop in Rialto, which is in Dublin 8, and that's where I am. I do supply a lot of places around Dublin, like independent coffee shops. That's how the whole business was started, was to supply independent coffee shops.
Yeah.
And kind of my own retail came after that. So we supply into places like Clement and Pico, Brew Lab, Coffee Hub, all these different places around Dublin. The Brack Club is available online, and we are bringing on further products which will be available later in the year online. That we will have a stronger online shop presence. Yeah.
Well, Graham, I can't thank you enough. And before I give you the biggest round of applause, does anybody have any questions for Graham? No, they're that happy.
If you're too shy and you do have any random baking questions, come in and see me. We are literally around the corner. If you did want to get a copy of the book, I will be signing books literally around the corner in a minute. And you can come see our full range of brack. We do have some of our traditional tea brack ready to sample as well.
Lovely.
So if the coffee or the chocolate wasn't 100% for you, come and try our traditional.
Love it. Graham, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.